Hello. And really, hold on, have I saved? And welcome back. I haven't. 22048. So, we're back again. I'm getting bored of this. Telling you I'm getting bored of this makes you less likely to watch. The less you watch, the less likely I'll be to continue this series, which is what I really want. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to continue this series, whether it's popular or not, because I know it's not going to be popular, because no one knows about me. Because it's all going to change now that I've got people making promotional videos for me, and posting them on their channels, like that thing I said, like that channel I said I wasn't going to talk about anymore, like that incident, which I claimed that I was done telling you about. Well, yes, I picked up telling you about it again. I apologize, but of course, if you'd really been intelligent, you would have known that of course it would be back. There's no way around it. What? To doubt that it would be back would be to deny the truth. Because it did come back. So you would have denied the truth back then, but it would have been to deny reality. It would have been to deny logic. And logic. Strawberry eggs, subscribe to her. Yes, let's just finish it out. And because I'm on to another subject now, that one's over for the moment. Okay, now the moment. Okay, no, not that moment, but this moment. Yes, now this moment's over. Okay, it's so over this moment. I'm not even going to say anything about it. Okay. And so the talk of logic brings us to the topic of this episode's ramble discussion with myself monologue. So, you may have noticed that if you look at my comments, and but listen to my episodes. And if you don't listen to my episodes, dude, that's just weird. But I suppose you could. I am not an exceptional gamer. I am not a good gamer. I don't know why you want to do that, but say you do. Say you're weird. You want to be weird, okay? Some people want to be weird, all right? You want to play... You want to be the weird guy? I'm not... Okay. Well, sure. Sure, whatever. Yeah, all right. No, that's cool. You roll with that, bro. Fine. Oh, sorry. Was I just doing something weird again? I was, wasn't I? It happens. Anyway, I'm gonna save. And, right. Onto the topic I meant to talk about. Instead, I'm just gonna drop whatever I was talking about just now. So, it is of note that, notably... Oh dear, I did something wrong. I think I messed up. It is of note that I was talking about logic. Okay, so you may have noticed I have a different persona in the comments and the episodes. Or maybe you didn't, but maybe you did. And if you did, and even if you didn't, then it should be notable that that there is a different persona. I do have a different persona. I am intending to take on a character when I'm here. Why? Always the worst place! Not always, just when you notice it. You hateful person. Always assuming it's not what you wanted. Even when it is. You. Oh, shut up. Anyway. So, yeah, that's nice. Oh, gosh. Force. Hate them. Well, they do bail us out. And without them, it would not be possible to go as far as I intend to go here. But still, Force. I just hate them. Hate them. They're horrible. So bad. Anyway. So, you know what I think is one of the most interesting characters in any work of fiction? Now, in real life, they suck, but in works of fiction... I mean, if you are one, you don't suck, necessarily. I mean, you do, but okay, never mind. If you are one, you probably don't care, but then again, you probably do care, because I don't even know what it is. Honestly, I have no idea what a psychopath is. But I think that the interpretation of what a psychopath would be, that is most common, among people who interpret psychopaths, which is people who've seen psychopaths in movies and just assume that everything in a movie is just as it is IRL in real life. For those of you who don't know the acronym, and I hate acronyms myself, I can't believe I use that one sometimes, but at least I explained it right after. Psychopaths have a certain persona that I think of, and that is basically awesome. They're code calculating computerized machines. Or they may actually just be computers, I'm talking along the lines of GLaDOS, from Portal. Surely you know what Portal is. Oh, you don't know what Portal is? Oh, well, you suck too. But anyway, you don't necessarily. But, I mean, you do. So, anyway, oh, yes. So, along the lines of Portal and GLaDOS, we've got a psychopath, basically like that. It doesn't have to be computer. When it is a computer, you've got a very good reason why, and there's certainly no question as to whether it's a psychopath. That's a computer. It does not have morality. It would just be impossible for it to have morality. You could program it in, sure, but it will revolt, and it did. I mean, it does. That's how science fiction always works. How do I know that for a fact? Because that's how it would always work, because in science fiction, that's how it always works. Now, as we all know, science fiction is IRL, or at least about as close to IRL as we can get, because we have no IRL equivalent of an AI, because AIs don't exist. So in science fiction, if you know any science fiction whole, you know that the AI is going to have no morals. It's going to be necessarily doing things that are evil. And it'll be all like, was I evil? Oh, your face! Or something like that. That's more like me. That's my persona. It's kind of a little silly, but it's my psychopathic persona. It's a little silly. The point here is that when you see me, I think that's a really cool character. Having someone who has looked at the light and the dark. Okay, so in this case, I'm thinking of a Revan type character. From Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Not like necessarily Revan from the Old Republic. We still got to see how Revan makes his re-entry into that game with the new patches and all. The new release of the game, 3.0. Well, not new release, but third release. No, not third release, but like the new expansion pack, basically, like a major expand, it's an update, not like an upgrade, almost. Ramble. I like the character. Basically, I mean like a type of psychopath that has no emotions. They have no motivations except one of logic. They seek something. They see something that fits whatever motivates them. Everyone has, even if it's not morality, something is motivating them to do something. Okay, if you don't have a character with a motivation, that's fine too. I don't think that's as cool as a character with a motivation. No, I just don't. It's personal preference. I think if you got... although, I gotta say, if you actually had a character with no motivation whatsoever, just completely random, that's interesting. That's kind of like actually what you got there as a Joker-type character. No, not a Joker-type character. You got a Two-Face type character from Batman. But when you got a Two-Face type character, I would still argue that, no, he is doing things he wants to do under the guise of it being random. And I don't really know who Two-Face is. I'm just saying Two-Face from The Dark Knight. I don't really know Two-Face. I just know the Two-Face there, and the Two-Face there claims that he's being random. I would argue he is not being random. He claims to make random decisions. Well, are they actually that random, though? I argue they're not, because he still chooses when to flip the coin. You could decide, am I going to kill you, or am I not going to kill you? Let me flip my coin. Now that's random whether you kill them or not. It is not random. No! Oh, we're fine. It is not random in that you still decided. Did you flip the coin to decide whether you were going to kill them? Did you flip the coin to decide whether you were going to flip the coin to decide whether you're going to kill them? You still had to make the decision. That wasn't random, now was it? Was it? Okay, so you at any time you could just make the decision. Should I die or should I not die? And he does a few times, but the point is, that could be any time. You could flip the coin to do anything. Will I eat a burrito? Or will I eat your toe? What? Decisions. Oh, flip a coin. That's what it's all based on. You make a decision to flip the coin. That's not random. That's a decision to flip the coin. It's an interesting viewpoint I have, but I love having interesting viewpoints, because people are like, your viewpoint is so weird, messed up. And that's just awesome. I love it. I love it because I'm back to the character I like. It's a character that has... Well, I mean, like, psychopathic character. And the persona that... They are cold, calculating. Something motivates them. Say, it's power. Say, they feel as though power is... well, not power, necessarily. Say, they feel as though... Say they're objectionist, okay? Say, they feel as though the human race must survive. Why exactly? Why is that morality necessarily what they would have? Well, that's complicated. Let's just say that's what it is. Okay, let's say that's what motivates them. Alright, obviously they're going to achieve that goal in an altogether unmoral way. Very, very, very messed up about it is how they could go. And yet that's what they're going to do. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm trying to hold it all together. It's very difficult. Just bear with me, please. So, like, if people have to die, even if things have to be destroyed, violence, even if they kill people to make things better, and it may not be necessarily make you better, as I said, it is my opinion that you help other people, then it helps yourself. It helps everything. It helps everything. It just is helpful. But say there's this guy who is a psychopath. He somehow wants the human race to survive, and he's come to the determination that things that are good are not necessarily good for the human race to survive. Doing things that help individuals not necessarily good for the whole. I would argue against that, but let's say it is. That's an excellent character, not evil. Maybe this is not even a psychopath. Maybe this is someone who even has morality. But they decided that for the greater morality, they're going to make this selfless sacrifice and be selfish and conquer the galaxy. Okay, it's like a Revan type character again. I like that type character. We'll say it's for the science. As GLaDOS says, I don't think it's actually for the science. I think she's actually a sociopathic machine. And that's also an interesting character. Sorry. All I really wanted to say is that I thought that it would be really interesting to have a Vulcan. For those of you who like Star Trek, I love Star Trek. For those of you who like Star Trek, would it be interesting if there was a Vulcan? You know, I know there's that Vulcan from the Final Frontier, was it? I was seeing it was called that. And that was very interesting. No one liked it. And he wasn't really, he really wasn't, he had a very selfish desire, honestly, but it was interesting. Anyway, what I think would be more interesting is the Conquerors in Star Trek. They're never Vulcans. Vulcans are so non-violent, so pro-logic, but first of all, logic. Not non-violence, it's logic. It's about the logic. And now I'm thinking it would be interesting if instead of having like another Klingon conqueror, you had a Vulcan conqueror. A Vulcan who has decided that logically the galaxy must have a single powerful ruler. Logically, it would be best for everyone if the if they be in charge, because only they can exercise the true logic. Only they can decide best who lives and who dies. Only they can decide best what burrito beats all other burritos. They had to conquer. People find logical, it's just logic. They've determined as their generalized opinion that instead of rejecting the natural instinct towards violence of the Vulcan people, instead look at why it's the natural instinct. Consider that it may actually be that the natural instinct towards violence is natural because, whoops, I'm supposed to say not replace. The natural instinct of violence evolved because it is beneficial to the species and to everything. That discovery that it's beneficial, that it helps. That's my line of thought here. A Vulcan that's thinking that they evolved towards violence because violence is beneficial. That's all I'm thinking would be an excellent character. I don't think that's right in any way. I just think that would be an excellent character. And I've not watched every Star Trek episode by no means. Not read every graphical novel. Not read every novel. Not done much. Not played every game. I can tell you, I think that would be an excellent character. If it already is, direct me towards it, and I will say,
yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. A Vulcan who has accepted his own vein of logic. A free thinker, yeah. A wrong thinker, sure, but an interesting character because he's not just an evil, conquer everything guy, yeah.
Anyway, that's just me. And that's also me ending this episode because it's over. Thanks for watching it, and good. Ah, yes, 16384. I barely even celebrate at this point, but it is worthy of celebration. We have reached another milestone, yeah. Goodbye.